Hi, good morning. It is Wednesday, December. It's not December. It is February 12th. We are home from MegaCon. I was going to take a break until Thursday, but I'm feeling kind of talkative today, and I just wanted to tell you guys about this project I'm working on right now. This is going to be kind of like a tube top, but I'm going to add straps to it. This is the back panel. I am working on a watermelon Coleus Plant inspired outfit. So here's the beginning of the skirt. I talked about this before in previous vlogs, in the last 2 weeks of vlogs. So this project is definitely taking more than a day, but this skirt itself could probably be finished in a day or two, honestly. It looks like I got it stuck. Okay, so here's what it looks like right now. I am working on getting it longer because I want it to be like more of a full skirt. But honestly, I think I might just keep going until like mid thigh because I don't know. I've been a little bit more okay with showing my legs a little bit lately. Not really, not in the sense of like, oh, look at my legs kind of way, but in a, well, my legs exist kind of way. And it's almost summer. Well, in the state of Florida, it's definitely getting closer to spring. And we only have one more cold front probably for this to be finished, but this needs to be a tiny bit longer. I have this yarn. I just bought it yesterday. I know I told you guys I'm on like a kind of spending freeze, but I got super inspired by the watermelon Coleus plant recently. I think that's kind of what inspired me to make the apron, whatever, the overskirt for my Frosty Forest Witch outfit. The way that it like goes from this hot pink to like a darker like purplish pink red down to the green. I just really like that colorway. That's what's going on right here right now. I think I'm just going to stick with these colors. Don't know yet if I want to like sew this up. I think I might, but so far I've been like debating whether I want to make it like an overskirt or not. I'm not over overskirts yet. I absolutely love overskirts, but I think this one's calling me not to make it into an overskirt, so I might sew it up soon. But this is the skirt so far. And then I'm not done with this top yet. I'm still working on lengthening it a bit so that it kind of like falls over the skirt. Like I said, this is the back. I think I could probably go a little bit longer. That way it just falls over the green like belt line or waistline on the skirt. And then after that, I did crochet front loop only when I got down to this portion. And so with that being said, I'm going to use this hot pink and then make this like the center of the stems or whatever, or the leaves. I think that's going to be super cool. So like, I just want to show you guys that so far. This week I have planned to make like cookies, I think, and then also that collar piece that I was like raving about wanting to get done at MegaCon. Not quite ready to move to the sewing room yet. Maybe tomorrow I'll be ready, but today I just want to relax, sit in front of the computer. Hopefully foundation works now that I cleared out a lot of memory from CapCut, because y'all know CapCut just takes up so much space in your PC. So I don't get stressed out. Like I need a gaming break, brain turn off gaming break that's not like Minecraft. I want to play Minecraft too, not gonna lie, but like I want to be able to create clothes right now too. So, oh, by the way, I think I might be able to make a pattern for this. It's a super simple pattern. So either I can make a chart out of it or definitely make a written pattern. So be on the lookout for that. I think I might put it in shorts. Not sure yet, but when I get there, I'll get there. It's a super easy thing to follow along. So I'll get there. Just a tiny bit frustrated. I'm like a row and an eighth left of this and it would be done. Lost yarn chicken, so I'm gonna have to go back to Michael's. There's a 30% sale online right now, and I don't know if I have the stamina to wait that long. However, so the Sing Queen yarn in the Rave Big Twist whatever from Joanne, it's back in stock, and I've been wanting it for months. Since like last July, I've been wanting it, and it's in stock, so I did buy some of that. And then I bought some more of this hot pink yarn I showed you guys earlier. I bought some more of that because I think that one was also a big twist yarn. It did make sense that I bought it. I'm only a little bit disappointed in myself, but to be fair, I deserve it. It's my husband's birthday and I get a birthday present too. Just kidding. Yeah, I have to go to Michael's. I don't know if they do the 30% off IRL too. I think it said online only. And if that's the case, I might just buy online. I do still have a little bit of work for this, but like also I think what I can do is like take the hot pink yarn I have right now and start lining this. So I'll probably do like down here where I did the front loops only. I'll probably add hot pink in here to give it like that vine look of the Coleus plant. And then maybe even down here, I'll do some like of the vine work for that too. Maybe like little leaves. That'd be kind of cute. I'll think about it, but I think I for sure want to do the front loop only over here. I want to add the hot pink to it. Hey y'all. So I was going to start on doing some cookies this morning, but my husband's still asleep, so I don't want to wake him up. That's a little rude. He works today. We're going to make some Linzer cookies later. I have everything written down. I should have started the batter last night, but I was just so sleepy and I'm like still recovering from the convention. So instead, we're going to start with this. I want to make a bow real quick. I know that I also want to start doing the little collar, but I think this would look good with the collar too. So I think it's going to be like an overall bigger piece. Also, I need to fill in my journal because I haven't filled it out for the last 3 things I've done. My little journal. I know for sure. What's the last thing I left off on? So the last thing I left off on was the pleated skirt. And I know since then I have finished at least 3 things. I finished sewing the little apron thing over skirt, and then I've also finished the dress, and then I've also finished the kind of overskirt for the water thing. I don't know how I would call it. It's just the pretty yarn. So I gotta fill it out for 3 more entries. And then once I finish this, I think this is going to be another separate entry. And then I got to do all the tracing out for the sorry, my eye is so itchy. And then I gotta do all the tracing out and cutting for the collar piece, which that should be super easy. It's just getting around to it that's really difficult because I'm going to be self-drafting and that terrifies me. So, I think I told you guys last night about how the yarn that I need is out of stock in my local Michaels. I checked again this morning to see maybe they got it in stock. They do not. I even checked around other Michaels because I don't want to pay $8.99 for shipping. Not in stock. It's Valentine's Day season, so it's 2 days away from now. Today's the 13th, so tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so I'm not going to have that yarn in stock. Even though I don't think there's that many people that could go through that much yarn with it by tomorrow. I can't afford to go buy it right now because I just bought yarn from Joann. Speaking of Joann, they shipped off my order, but just the bright pink one. So if anything, hello, Mr. Apollo. Do you want to come up here with me? You want to say hi to the camera? Okay. Here's Mr. Apollo. What do you got to say? Very insightful. I don't remember what I was saying, but I plan on putting that to the side for now and then maybe doing the hot pink lining. I hope that they do send me the Scene Queen yarn because I've been wanting it for months at this time. I am playing the long game with this one, but this week we are planning on doing collar pieces and then bow pieces because I watched a lot of Infinity Nikki content because my PC won't play it anymore. And we're going to make bows, decorative bows, and then maybe even like little wristlet pieces, but that's a hard maybe. I got most of it filled out. I just have to do like the starting date, ending date, and then the songs. I just didn't feel like going through the hassle of all that. So I got the 3 entries in. I'll get around to filling it completely in eventually. Oh, and then some of them, I just don't remember all the materials, like the yarn here. I don't remember what it's all called, so I didn't put that in. And then this, I just got to find where I bought it on Etsy and what the fabric's called. I think it's just mesh fabric with flocked fleece, I believe, but I know I got it on Etsy. So now I'm going to measure out some ribbon. I'm watching some past MegaCon videos because I can't get enough and I miss MegaCon already. I've already thought about what I want to do for next year. I've been wanting to do Gajinka for the longest time, since at least '09. I remember seeing Gajinka for the first time, I believe, on Tumblr. It's been something that's in the background of my brain creatively, and I remember I did buy fabric recently because I kind of wanted to do like a ghost type Pokemon Gajinka this year. That fabric was not the right color, so I ended up scrapping that. However, this year I will have time, and I've gotten so much better about like learning how to use my wardrobe as a capsule wardrobe and just layering on top. I think I do want to redo my Team Magma cosplay. The last time I did Team Magma, I think it was like 2012, 2013. Me and my ex-best friend, we did bathing suits. We painted over bathing suits. I am not that thin anymore, and I'm also not into showing my body anymore, so I don't even think I don't have it anywhere in my household, because I think I ended up like just donating it. It's not my personal style anymore, but maybe I can get back into making bathing suits again. I don't know. Prior to that, in like 2011, I want to say, we went to Disney dressed up as Team Magma and Team Aqua. I ended up like taking off the top because it was a hoodie in the middle of summer, because it was during summer vacation. So I want to redo it again with thinner material sewed on, because I remember when I made it, I used like that quick strip or whatever. I can't remember what it's called, but I remember seeing it when I was searching for yarn and other fabrics to buy, so that I don't have to pay $8.99 shipping for like 2 yarns, you know? Make it worth it. I saw it, and it's like that tape thing, like the fabric adhesive or something. And I remember not being able to sew back then, and just using that to tape everything together, and it held for a little bit, and I just never got use out of it because it was too warm, and cosplay back then was extremely nerdy. I do want to redo that again. Maybe even Team Aqua, just do it in my like 1940s, 1930s like style. That'd be really cool. So that would involve making a cape, and I don't know if I want to crochet or sew. I think crochet would be easier, maybe even cheaper, but I don't know if that's the way I want to do it. And if not, I know for sure if I do the Team Magma dress or outfit, I'd go for the original Team Magma, and I would make the dress myself as a base dress, as a capsule wardrobe dress, because I do need a black capsule wardrobe dress. I don't need, but I would like, or at least a top, because I have shorts that could probably kind of look like a dress. So that's in the works. And then possibly a Pokemon Gajinka. Over the weekend, we saw a lot of like Pokemon trainer Gajinkas, and my husband loves fish. I thought it would be fun to make him a fishing Pokemon trainer, and then have me do like a fish type Pokemon Gajinka. He said Magikarp, and I looked at him like, no, and he's like, it's mostly because I'm not interested in the color palette of Magikarp. There's different fish Pokemon out there that I'd be much more drawn to. Sorry, husband, but Magikarp's not in the running. And if not that, then I've always wanted to do a ghost type or psychic type Pokemon Gajinka. So that might be in the works down the road, sometime close to the future. I don't know. I don't remember what got me talking about this, but we're going to go start on this. The plan is I have a little drawing down here. I don't remember if I've shown y'all before, but this is the like plan. This is a lot bigger than I planned for this. So I don't know how well it's going to work out, because like if I do it the way I think I'm going to do it, the bow is going to be this big. That's impressive. That's huge. And I don't want to fold it over, but it might be the right call. I don't know. This is just a little bit too big for what I want. I'll work with it. And if it's way too big, then I'll slice it in half down the middle, because I think that would be the perfect size. And then we'll go from there. Here's where we're at so far. I have it all tied right down in the middle. I haven't knotted and all. What I did was I took like a length and I thought it looked good. So I folded it in thirds when I was doing it. After I cut it, I fold it in half, and then I sewed down the middle. I was trying to do like a gathering stitch up, but that didn't work because I think this is burlap. I don't know. This is a very thick material. You hear it? So it didn't really do the gathering that I wanted it to, but that's fine, because like it's good actually, because it means that it will stay put and the shape will stay the same. I wanted to add like little strips down here, but I think this is too thick, and then every time I like have other materials, like I just don't think it looks good. I don't know what other material to put on here, and I'm not going out to buy more material just for a bow, you know? This is going to be a pretty plain one. I'm kind of sad about it. It's not coming out the way that I want. But to be fair to myself, this is my first time making a bow for myself, so I can be nice to myself. Don't be mean. It's okay. Now I have these little rectangle pieces cut out, because it's going to, like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew down the sides, turn it inside out, sew that back down, and then use here to clamp it down. And then I have this is like the edge piece of a bed sheet. These are both bed sheet, by the way. This bed sheet in particular is pretty special to me. I was homeless for a time in my life, and I had a bunch of black bed sheets, and I don't remember why I bought them. I bought them prior to me being homeless because I was living in a basement for a little bit, and that was my own doing. I mean, kind of. So I lived in a house with like 5 other people, and I was like, I don't want to be around everybody. I'll just live in the basement. It's fine. I'm a basement dweller. Y'all don't have to see me. I'll come up for breakfast maybe. I think I still had like credentials for college for food, so I think I just ate on campus. I lost a lot of weight that year. That's besides the point. I was living in the basement, didn't like the way that the walls on the basement, because it was exposed and it was like a rundown house. That house had bugs everywhere, but I didn't like the exposed like stone walls on there, so I bought a bunch of black bed sheets to cover that up. This is like the worst time of my life. The job I was working, I wasn't able to do anymore. I lost my license. I wasn't able to drive to work, and so I wasn't able to afford to live at that house. So I took all the bed sheets with me, and then that following winter, I was living in my car for a little bit before we moved into the apartment we lived in before this house. I was using those bed sheets as a way to like block the light coming into my car while I was living in my car. It was a pretty rough winter. I don't wish that upon anybody, but if you were to ever be homeless, Orlando's not the worst place to be homeless in. I was very lucky to already have a job at the time, so I was able to shower at work. Man, I only slept in like 2.5, 3 hour increments, and then had to wake up because my legs were hurting because everything I owned was in that car as well. So I was like sleeping sitting up. Yeah, sorry about that tangent. This fabric is very special to me. Anytime I make anything out of this fabric, I get a little bit like, not resentful, that's not the right word, but I get a little bit like sad about myself when I was younger, because there was a lot of reasons why I ended up homeless. Some of it was not my fault. I learned a lot from that, and I'm very, very grateful for where I'm at currently and the people I surround myself with now. Anyways, sad story cut short. What we're doing, we're going to sew these sides down, turn it inside out, then sew this down the middle. I want more texture on here. It's just like a little bit boring. So this is what it's going to look like. Like I said, it's not perfect. It's not exactly what I envisioned for it, but as I get better at drafting my own things, it will get better. Sorry, I keep on looking at myself because I got this big old pimple right there. Ew! And it's like not one I can pop because it hurts when I pop it. And like, I know you're not supposed to pop your pimples, but like, that is so unsightly, man. Right in the beginning, right in the front, right in the forefront of the video. I don't make my own thumbnails, but if I do, that should be my thumbnail. Just this pimple right here. Please catch it, YouTube. Please make this my thumbnail. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. Sorry, I'm not like really recording the whole entire process. I hate recording while I'm actually doing things. I will have it in shorts, reels, not reels, because I don't use reels. I will have it in shorts if you want just the breakdown of that. I'm pretty much recording everything step for step. So the bow is all sewed together. And the thing is, one of my things with sewing in general is like, I want to make it multifunctional, multi-purpose. I hate making clothes that I can only wear with like one thing ever. With that being said, I left a huge gap in the back down here. That was intentional. It doesn't look pretty back there either, but also that's the back. Nobody should be seeing that. Get away from me if you can. I have these little alligator clips. Got them super cheap online. And then you can just like this so that it can just like sit. Let me do a little, just kidding. Give me 2 seconds. So you can put it on like that. I plan on wearing it a little bit lower if I do wear it out. So that kind of gives like the big old flare right there. It does wiggle quite a bit, but honestly, my hair wiggles too. So kind of almost looks like a butterfly. I don't know how I feel about it wiggling actually. Maybe I will add yarn to the top of it to make it like more cohesive or whatever it's called, more friction so that it doesn't wiggle as much. But that's one option I have. Next option I have is headband. This one gives me Melissa Marie vibes, but spooky. Like, Scene Kids were kind of spooky, but like not in the same way that we wanted it to be. But we have this option. And I thought that was super duper cute. Very Melissa Marie vibes. Don't sue me, girl. I love your music. Very cute. Very scene core, very, how do you say, Draculaura, because I keep on getting those comments and like, it's endearing. It's for sure endearing. And I'm very appreciative anytime somebody comments on my content because I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for encouraging me. I didn't grow up with Draculaura. I'm a little bit older than that. And so I don't know any of her lore. I just know that she's the pink, black, and vaguely Asian looking one. So I think this is super duper cute like this. I could do it with like my vintage hairstyles, I think, because like it gives the volume. So it'd be like, and then just in general, I think it's super cute. I think also with the headband though, it does slide around quite a bit. That being said, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to yarn around it and then just make it the way it is. I have like 2 more of these. I just don't feel like building my own. I don't know how to build my own. So I'm just going to yoink a little bit of yarn. And I think that's how I'm going to keep the friction. In the future, in the beninging, in the future, I do plan on making it a little bit smaller. Actually, I can just do that right now. If I make it a little bit smaller, I don't have to worry about doing the yarn thing, and then it will stick a little bit better. My only concern is that it won't stick at all. I think if I do like maybe 5/8 into it, I could, because like there's so much space. I don't know if you can see. There's a lot of space down here at the bottom. I just want to be able to make it interchangeable. That's my goal in fashion, is just to make clothes that are interchangeable and like just pull inspiration from your own wardrobe. Even though I do make a lot of my own clothes, I want to be able to mix and match. That is the goal of my wardrobe, is to mix and match everything. It's a little warm. I'm going to turn on the AC real quick. I just lost bobbin chicken. It's literally just that much and I don't have enough yarn. So thread. I'm not hand sewing that. That's a waste of my time. I'm gonna refill my bobbin. Plus, I feel like working with white more often lately. I think that dress that I finished last week, the week before, that really sparked something in me of wanting to really delve into lighter colors. I normally wear a bunch of black, but like I'm really loving white with pastels on top and white with black on top. That's such a cute like little color scheme. It's a very basic color scheme, but I don't know. It's nice to see. Also, I'm very bad at math. That is definitely not 5/8. Right here, that's 5/8. This right here is much smaller than 5/8. So I am going on the 3rd notch. I can't really show you. It's so blurry. There's notches on my presser foot, and I'm going by the 3rd notch. Right over here, a little bit past that is where the presser foot starts, or the metal part of it starts. So I'm going to use that as a guide and then sew through there. And then that should be just enough space. And I might cut off the edge because I don't want all that hanging off. Okay, that's better. It doesn't wiggle as much. It still wiggles, but like not like, so that's good. If I, for some reason, want to go dancing, which I never do. I do have rhythm. I just don't like moving my body. That's cute. Let's try it with a little pin. I still might want to use yarn to like kind of twist it around, but I don't know. That's just so much more work. And I just don't believe in working too hard when you really don't have to. Put this upside down. So I think this is the top right here. So I got to remember that. Okay. It still wiggles too, but not as much. I like it. I like it. I like the size of it. I wish I had more fabric that kind of aligned with this burlap. The bedsheet fabric was a little bit too thin, so it really didn't match the vibe that this was going for. I do have like a spiderweb clear mesh type fabric somewhere in the pile, but I don't think it's enough to make a bow. It's cute. It does the job from the front, so I might actually go and get dressed. I don't know, with this pimple. Oh, I could wear a mask. Duh. I might get dressed and do like a try on for it because I think it deserves its own little video. I've been making a video over it anyways, a little short, a little TikTok, if you will. So that's pretty great. I obviously won't have time to do my hair, but from back here, I feel like it's missing something right here. I did my best, but it feels like I need something right here. And I think it's because this is so starkly white. I think that's the word. This is just such a contrast to all of this. This is white, but it's not the same color of white as this. And that's another reason why I didn't want to add the little strips on the bottom, is because they're 2 very different whites. If I had like some burlap fabric, maybe, or even linen. I feel like linen would be great, like black linen even. But then I feel like that would be too much. I feel like I'd have to do, it would have to be white or more of this fabric, but I wasn't about to go through all that work to do that. I am so happy with it. That's so dang cute. Oh, I can even like, I don't even have to use the headband. I could just like that. Because I know some people are like really sensitive with their head and like having anything on their head. Sometimes I am. Headbands, it really depends on my mood, I feel like, because I have all these like ear headbands from like Universal. I do have a bunch of mouse headbands because I did have an addiction. Maybe it wasn't an addiction, but it was like shortly after everything started like exploding in the style, Disney style. Shortly after the rose gold ears, I was like, ooh, I have to be on the Mickey ear train. For the longest time, you could only buy Mickey ears through Etsy that were like cute. Everything on Disney property was like just plain Jane. Fun fact, speaking of Disney ears, back in the day, you could only get Mickey and Minnie ears in the parks. The day that they started selling them in Target was a huge deal, and they were like decent quality, but that was a huge deal for Disney people because you could only get ears in the parks because that was their incentive of bringing people in the parks. Now you can get Mickey ears everywhere. And that's why the rose gold ears did so well, is because it was something different. And also post it selling out, they started spreading it around. The big people up here were like, oh, we can actually make money off of this, which is like, yeah, if you listen to the creatives, you could. No more tangent about that. I'm gonna go maybe get dressed. This is cute. Here's the outfit. I like the bow. It's cute. Maybe this isn't the best hairstyle for it, but I like it. I need more white clothes in my inventory because it doesn't really make sense with this pink. To be honest, this pink shirt, I tried to fix it. It was flocked fleece on organza, and I sent it through the washer too many times. What I tried to do to fix it was by using puffy paint on it. Did not come out the way I wanted to, but at the end of the day, it's okay. Like, I think I've talked about this when I first started blogging on here. This was a project that I've been meaning to fix, quote unquote, for a while, and it's not fixed. I just need to make another one. And then now that I know how to actually properly take care of it, I could probably make it and it won't be as ruined as this one. It's not bad. It's not good. It is what it is. It's one of those, like, I'm going to keep it for a while because I'm going to be like, man, that was such a neat little project. I learned a lot with this project. This is like one of the first projects I ever did where I like took a sheer material and placed it over a solid material to give it like a cute little look. I tried. I still don't feel like baking. I really want to, but I don't feel like it. So what I'm gonna at least do is bring the stuff out. I have all the ingredients on my island. I just need to like actually do it. But I'm also very hungry right now because all I ate yesterday was like crab rangoons and a little bit of sweets. So I'm gonna take off this mask because I think I'm starting to get a little headache. I just have too much accessories going on right now, so my brain's not accepting this. We are going to do some baking soon. I need to eat first because I don't think I can get anything done without eating. Very hungry. Probably going to eat some cheese pizza. Happy Valentine's Day. I did not make the cookies yesterday. I just kind of really didn't want to. I don't remember what else I did instead, but I just did not want to make those cookies. I bed rotted for a long time yesterday. This is date night for us. We don't celebrate Valentine's Day in the traditional way, I guess. We don't like to go out to eat for Valentine's Day because my husband works in culinary and that's the last thing he wants to do for Valentine's Day. He's home tonight, so we're gonna bake some cookies. We're gonna bake some Linzer cookies. I think I already talked about it earlier. I'm going to start melting the chocolate because I do want to take some of like the leftover cookies, like the little donut hole cookies, and like dip them in the chocolate. But also we have some strawberries that need to be dipped, so we're gonna do that. And then maybe if the milk isn't spoiled, which I doubt that it's not, I'll make the strawberry dip. If it's spoiled, then I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe melt some cream cheese or something, and maybe the little strawberry cake dip that I was planning on making will be okay. But yeah, that's the plan. It's going to happen. We have to do this. I'm not giving myself any more chances. This cookie needs to be baked. I dipped some chocolate strawberries. They're not done yet. I do want to do a little drizzle. I think I'm going to do like a pink drizzle on them. That one's a monster. That one's going to be eaten first. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. Quinchana. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Update on those cookies. It's taking so dang long because we have to flour everything. Like, it's so sticky. The dough is just like a very moist dough, so we're having to move quickly and like try to hope it doesn't break when it gets onto the little oven rack thing, whatever. I can't even think right now. I'm so tired. But we have one tray of like the bottom layer of cookies all baked. We have one tray in the freezer right now waiting to be baked. I almost don't want to finish. It's 12:30 in the morning, but I promised everybody I was making Linzer cookies, so I need to do it. The good news is I didn't promise anybody I was making chocolate dipped strawberries, so that can wait till tomorrow. Rise and grind, baby. I hate grind culture. It's so dumb. I grinded so hard when I was younger and I burnt the fuck out. And now I'm here where I can barely hold the job. This morning, I woke up an hour early because I set my alarm improperly. And now I'm here doing my makeup. And I'm going to go and maybe do some cutouts because I deserve a little break. Even though I hate cutting out my materials, I think that it'd be a nice little break from like all the baking I've been doing. And speaking of baking, it did not turn out well. It didn't turn out bad, but it didn't turn out the way that I wanted. And I've been like pretty burnt out on baking because like every time I bake, it just doesn't do what I want it to do. The Linzer cookies, I made a few of them. There's still quite a bit of dough left over because I was just so over it and I just needed to sleep. I'm probably going to make like little mini cookies tonight. Maybe. I don't know if I'm feeling it, but I might do that tonight. I'm going to stop by the store and pick up some Cool Whip so I can make like little frosting cake batter mix, whatever. I don't know how do you call it. They call it funfetti cake dip. I'm not using funfetti. I'm using strawberry because strawberry rocks. And it's strawberry season down here, which I did end up eating one strawberry last night. It's not good. I have a feeling that strawberry season this year is not going to be up to full potential. And I think we all know why. I'm still going to do some decorative piping, whatever, on the strawberries later. What else am I doing? I need to pack all those chocolate dipped cookies because I don't want them in the house. After I finish my makeup, which I'm almost done, I just got to finish like this little glitter patch and then do my eyeliner and mascara. I'm going to go pack all the cookies up and then I'll come back in here and I'm going to cut out the collar piece, at least a little bit of the collar piece, because I really want to get that started before the end of this week, which I consider Thursday the end of the week because that's also the day that I get paid. I'll start a collar piece and then also I'll show you guys later, but I want to make like a little tomb insert for my Ida bag because I want a pink one. I don't think I have pink fabric. However, I have more fabrics in here than I can ever account for. So I probably will maybe like this pink fabric right here. It's blizzard fleece and it has snowflakes on it, but from far away you can't tell. So I want to make like little tombstone inserts for my Ida bag. So that's coming up this week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I don't get burned out. But good morning. This is what I have so far. I think this is going to be too wide. So I'm going to cut it out and like put it on myself to see what I think about it. I think this is definitely too wide, so I might just bring it into like this dot and then bring it down. Not my favorite right now. I failed to mention this, but what I did was I took from the top of this collar and I measured down like 7 inches, but then I gave myself a little bit of wiggle room just in case of error and all that, or if I just wanted to be a little bit longer. So I did 8-inch from the top corner to the bottom corner for the rectangle part. I used from pattern S9006 this color because I had it laying out anyways. I used like the rectangle part as a base and then I saw where it started to curve out, so I used that part too. I think I might need to curve it out, which I don't have a little curving tool and I don't think that's something I really want to learn how to do right now. However, I think it will be beneficial. This is just a tester, so if it works out, great. If it doesn't, then I will be looking into other things that I can do. The main important thing of this is that I want to get into embroidery, so fingers crossed it comes out the way that I want it to. So now I'm liking the shape of this, but it's too short on this edge down here. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to add a little piece over here and then bring this in, unless I just do this. Nah, I hate that way that looks. This, hold on. This is so much harder when I have the phone in my hand. I'm not happy with the way it's come out. I think what I needed to do was do this little collar piece. So I took another collar piece, the collar stand. I think what I needed to do was do the collar stand and then grow from here. And I didn't do that. And I'm a little disappointed in the way that it came out because this is supposed to be the piece that goes down here. And this is supposed to attach to this. So that's what I thought would help. But it didn't because now I'm doing like, I'm putting it against my, oh, it's going to be so rumbly. Hold on. I'm trying to like lay it flat And every time I do, like it kind of rides up here. So I don't like that. So maybe I need to bring it down lower, or I need to like figure out how to get this to stay, because I want it to go down this way. If I go down this way, then this won't look right. And I'm supposed to like do this little number right here. And then if I do that, then this goes out this way. I think I need to go back to the drawing board and figure something else out. I'm going to probably keep this top layer and then maybe move this down here. Maybe that will help out, but right now I'm not happy with the way it's coming out. All right, so in a way I fixed it. I kind of like taped this back together. I used the little collar piece that I was using originally. My TikTok reel is going to be so messed up because I fit fode this. So whatever. Also, this shirt my husband got at MegaCon because he just really enjoyed the art style. It's very like dad art. So it's really cute. Oh, also, fun fact, the first convention ever held was a Star Trek convention because of Housewives. I learned that at the one panel we went to at MegaCon. I think this is going to be the final like look. So what I'm going to do when I get home, well, probably not when I get home, but whenever I get back into sewing, which might be tomorrow night, I'm going to retrace it on another piece of paper or whatever, parchment, whatever. And then I will not have as many mess ups as I do right now. And then I will eventually getting around to cutting it out on fabric. It's time to go to work. I gotta go make that money so I can feed my dog's kibble. All right, see you tomorrow. Hi, good morning. Excuse me. Yesterday, I did not want to come home and record because I had a major migraine and I ended up puking in the parking lot. So, sorry. Today, I do not have time to record because I gotta go to work soon again. So instead, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. While at work, I had a little bit of time to draw. I think what I did wrong, I did this part straight. I should do it at an angle. So that's the new plan. I'm going to angle it down. Luckily, I did not do this on fabric first. I do not have enough scrap fabric for that. So lucky for me, I do probably need to buy some more of this in the future. I don't remember where I got this. I need to stop by Joanne. I think that's what I want to do before they go out of stock and liquidate. Speaking of, oh my God, I don't know if I talked about this. So all of the Joannes are closing, right? Specifically in the Central Florida area, all the big ones. So the one in Lakeland and the ones that I would frequent in the Orlando area, shutting down. There's one near my best friend's house that is staying open, and that one's a bigger one. So I'm lucky with that. So anytime I need to visit her, we can go on a Joann's trip, even though we're both like in the thrifting era. The one that's closer to me, the Winter Haven one, that one's staying open, but that one's tiny. I was having a conversation on Haxie's post about it. A lot of us are from Central Florida, and I was telling them about the Winter Haven one, and I was talking about how that one is tiny. Someone was talking about the Lakeland one. I'm like, ooh, you think that one's small. The Winter Haven one is about a third of the size of the Lakeland one. However, the good news is the Winter Haven one does like stock half of its store with fabric. The issue with that is that you don't really carry that much like wearable fabric. I make clothes out of like literally anything I can find just because like what else can I do? I have bed sheets as fabric. I think a lot of this fabric in here, this one's bed sheet. These are all like cotton. Yeah, they're cotton, but like they're quilting fabrics. So whatever, I don't care. I'm just gonna try to wear it. Like I just got to take extra care of them, I guess. I don't know. Very rarely do I find fabric that's like not gaudy. I don't have a problem with gaudy fabrics in general, but personally, I just don't feel like wearing it. Yeah, all the Joann's are closing, and this is news from like 4 days ago, but I don't think I've ever talked about it on here. So I gotta buy some more of these from the big stores before they sell out, because my local one is about to be stuffed to the brim, probably. And I'm not gonna want to go in there for a little while because it's gonna be overwhelming. Angle it in this way, and I think that should fix it and make it like a little bit better. I've been taking receipt paper and then just drawing on it. I also like drew out a whole project. I don't feel like going to the bathroom and picking it up. I empty out my pockets every day because I often throw it in the washer, and then I'm scared I'm going to mess up my washer. I have like this idea of the dress. The base dress is going to be that white dress that I used for my Frosty Forest Witch outfit. I'm going to build upon that. I'm going to use the collar piece, and then I'm going to also use the bow that I made recently that I have right over here. It's already in this video, but I'm going to show you guys again because I'm so proud of it. Like, I did such a good job, and I can't wait to wear it during Halloween. Speaking of Halloween, I have my Ghoul Friend glitter. You can't see it on there, but my Ghoul Friend glitter lotion. I am so mad they didn't bring a big version of it back again, or a face scrub. Ghoul Friend is my favorite, and I don't know why everybody's obsessed with vampire or whatever, because that smells like plastic. and I'm not a fan of that. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, okay, so the bow, the collar, the dress, and then also I think I want to make a necklace. Maybe, hard maybe, I will make like metalwork stuff. To be honest, I'm really nervous about getting into other crafts when I already have other crafts like that I'm learning. I tried that with languages at one point, and like I could kind of learn different languages at the same time, but it wasn't pretty and I wasn't good at picking up like full sentences because of that. But that's the plan for that dress, to like build upon that dress, maybe another skirt or something. That's future working stuff. I'm going to go more black and white for that dress. Maybe I'll make it out to MetroCon and that will be the outfit for MetroCon, but that's a long time from now, so like we'll see. And yesterday I talked about my Ida bag and how I wanted to make the inside coffin. This is one of the inserts that I'm probably not going to use because it's red. I like red, but I'm like not the kind of vampire goth that loves red. I like purple and I like pink. Pink is like more the pastel goth side of me. I'm going to take this as like a tracer, I guess, and then like go about an eighth or 5/8 of an inch out. And then that way I can just make it a bunch of inserts on it. I don't know what's on the inside. I might buy like batting stuff like for quilting to make this. Maybe I'll actually get into quilting. I doubt it. I'm not really much of a quilt maker. Jealous of anybody who is, because that's such a neat little hobby. Yeah, I'm gonna trace over this eventually. It is Sunday, so I'm not like in a huge rush to get to work, but I do need to go to work. So maybe I'll come back and talk to y'all. I don't know. If I'm on registers, though, I'll probably be too tired to talk. I might come back with a migraine again. Who knows? But for sure, I'll be back tomorrow.
No, Mike, because I messed up. I didn't save. This is the one and only time I've ever done this. My town has been pretty successful. I've been able to play Foundation again, and I didn't save. I don't know the last time I auto-saved. Oh my god. This is the worst.
Wow, I just talked for 2.5 minutes without turning on my mic. Yippee. So what I was saying is that I am over here on my couch procrastinating on getting this crochet pattern written because I think that it deserves its own pattern. And I think it's easy enough for me to write it out. I'm just having a hard time just sitting down and doing it. Right here, I'm on like row 20 or something. It's row 21. Yippee. I have plenty more rows to go, but a lot of the rest of the rows are just repeating patterns. So it's not much left to do. I just don't have the willpower to sit down and do the math because I hate numbers. Lucky me, I got into a bunch of hobbies that use numbers. Woohoo! Here's me to Apollo. Maybe later I will get into the sewing room and start working on that collar. I highly doubt it because I don't know. I'm not really feeling the whole drafting my own pattern thing. I feel comfortable doing it with crochet because I've been crocheting since like 2014 on and off. Oh, going back to like the whole entire crochet pattern thing, I am not making it a paid for pattern because I just don't agree with my patterns being paid for because I don't think I'm good enough of a pattern maker to be doing that. My only advice to change sizes is to go up or down 10 foundation crochet stitches. Mostly it's a measure yourself and go thing. That's how I learned how to crochet my own patterns. And I think that's really beneficial to teach others to do, is to learn how to like figure it out. I hope that doesn't come off as rude or mean or anything or elitist. I'm not trying to be. I feel like more people have potential in making their own things by learning how to measure themselves. And I should take this advice for myself for sewing. I'm just not confident in myself yet, but that's where I'm going with this. I don't know how I'm going to convert the pattern from English to Chinese for Xiaohongshu, because what I'm ending up doing is putting the pattern in my shorts, TikTok, Lemonade, and Xiaohongshu. Pattern writing in Chinese is a little bit different. Like our chart patterns are very similar across the board. Like every single country, chart writing is very, very, very similar. There might be like some cursive fonts or whatever, like not really cursive, but you know what I mean. But I think the conversion is like X is single crochet, V is double crochet. I need to figure out what the front post bobble stitch or the front post double crochet stitch. Like I've got a couple different like crochet stitches in here that do need to be translated. Don't know if I'm going to be able to translate it from English to Chinese, but I'm going to try. And if I knew how to write a chart, that would be even better, but I don't. That's where we're at. We're laying on the couch until I find motivation to finish writing out this pattern so I can take all of these stitch markers out and I can start on a new project, because I'm not going to be able to finish this project for a couple weeks because I am on a yarn budget. I do not have money for yarn right now. I do not have money for new fabrics. I only have money for groceries. so I need to like not spend money. I do want to stash bust today though, but I really need to finish the sewing project, so we'll see what happens whenever I finally get the motivation to do this. So I finished. Okay, well, it's not illegal to move anymore, but I had finished my skirt, and the issue is now that it's a little bit too big. Let me show you guys real quick. You can see that it stays up, and I think it's because of the thickness. Hello. So you can see that it stays up, and I think it's because of the thickness of my clothes right now. I'm wearing like my pajamas and then this kind of thick, it's not really that thick shirt. So it's being able to stay up because I have layers going on down here, right? But the issue I'm having is that it's too loose. See? Too loose. What I'm planning on doing is I'm going to there's like little holes. Let me show you. Right here where these little guys are, I'm going to put string in between them because that's the benefit of having like that crochet stitch there, I guess. I've done it with many of my other projects because I'm just not good at measuring myself, even though I told you guys that I'm encouraging y'all to start measuring on your own. This is too big. 110 stitches is too big for my waist. It gives you more of like a incentive to decorate, I guess, if that makes sense. Like the one that I finished last week before MegaCon. That one only has a lot of bows because everything was just too big for me. And then when I started adding the bows, I'm like, well, this is fun. So I just kept on adding more bows. So that I'm going to add like 2 strings going like this way, and then they're going to tie on this side. And I just found a pattern. I don't remember what the pattern maker is called. They're not monstera leaves, but fern leaves. And so that's the plan. I'm going to make a couple fern leaves hang from down here. And then that way it gives like a little leafy feeling. What I have is I have a bunch of bamboo yarn. Sorry, I forgot that I was talking to y'all for some reason. I have a bunch of bamboo yarn that needs to be used up because I bought a lot of green thinking that I was going to make like this pastoral little outfit, and I never got around to it because that's a lot of work and I just don't want to put myself through that. I'm going to find that green yarn. It's a Lion brand yarn, and then I'm going to use that as the like string, I think, but definitely for sure for the fern because the pattern I'm following is actually using crochet thread, and I don't want to use crochet thread because that means I have to buy more yarn, and I have yarn here. So I'm just going to make bigger leaves than she made. That's what's next on the crochet block. I don't feel like sewing today, so I apologize if you're here for my sewing content. Like, I have 2 more days until I'll post this video, so maybe I'll feel like sewing tomorrow or the day after. Probably not the day after because usually that's my hangout with my husband day. But tomorrow, if I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to whatever, then I'll start sewing. But at this point, this takes less thinking than sewing does. Or if anything, if I do so, I'm probably going to end up doing the little tombstone because that one, the pattern's already there. Whatever, I'll figure something out. Remember yesterday when I said this skirt doesn't fit? So that's what it does because I'm not wearing anything underneath it. So this is certainly too big. So I need to take it in on these sides. I don't want to frog it because like that's just so much work. I don't want to do all that work. But in the future, I definitely want to remake this skirt because I like the shape of it. I'm going to have to make it smaller. Yesterday, I did talk kind of about how I wanted to make ferns. This is the first fern. Let me find the thing. Not very fern-like at all. Kind of looks like baby wisteria buds. That's not working. I started using this yarn. It's a baby velvet, the $4.99 yarn I got a couple weeks back. This one looks more fern-like. I only have 2 of the pinnays done. I learned words for ferns recently because that pattern is very scientific. And this one looks more fern-like, but still not very fern-like. I don't know. I don't want to take this apart. I worked really hard on it, and it's just... maybe I'll just sell this off. I'm really disappointed in myself. I do see that Michael's has a buy one, get one 50% off sale. So I do kind of want to order 2 more skeins of this. So maybe that's the call. I ordered 2 more skeins of this. And then the skein that I have left over from this, I'll just make a smaller one. I'll work with a whole bunch of different sizes. And then I'll measure these out. And then actually, since I'm already making another one anyways, I might as well just do like a whole variety of measurements. Maybe I'll send it out to pattern testers. I still don't believe I should sell it because it's a super simple pattern. And like the thing is, I believe in people making their own stuff. I believe that people should have the means to make their own stuff. And I hate that we put everything behind a paywall. Like, I would love to be paid for the stuff I do. And if you want to donate to me, I have a Ko-fi. I don't use it very often because I feel like I'm begging people for money when I use it. And so I don't ever like really advertise it. I just feel it's kind of elitist to keep on putting patterns behind a paywall, especially if it's a super simple pattern like a beret. Like, we shouldn't do that. There's unpaid beret patterns out there. Not all unpaid patterns are good, and I'm certainly not one of the good pattern writers. I don't know. Am I being mean when I say that? I'm not trying to put anybody down that does sell their own patterns. You get your bag, you do what you need to do to make money, and like, I would love to make money. But like, I also want to think about the better good, especially in this time period right now when people are like struggling. Like, I don't want people to feel like they can't make clothes because they have to pay for patterns, you know? So I don't know. It's at this point, I might just put it on my Ko-fi. I mean, I'm going to put it in my shorts and my TikTok, whatever. I'll put it there too, just because like, I feel like it's one of those places that it's easy to see, like just easy to advertise, even though I'm not running a business or anything. Maybe one day, but I highly doubt it. I think that it'd be beneficial for it to be free. So where was I going? I don't remember. I think I'm going to order that yarn. I know I'm on a budget freeze, but this is a project that I'm kind of like super passionate about. And this color yarn, I cannot find in stock around here. So I might just order it online. It is in stock in Kissimmee right now, but like, I'm not driving all the way out there. That's the traffic. Hate the traffic. And also like, it's not worth my time to go out there. Like, I mean, it might be, but like, also in the gas that I'll use to get out there and come back, it's about the same as shipping. So that's kind of my like way of saying that I can do it. I'm trying to save money though. That's the thing. Like, I'm below my threshold, but like, also if I don't get the yarn now, I don't know if I'll be able to like keep on doing this, because, you know, my brain is one of those, if you're not doing it now, you're never going to do it. Also, I kind of want to frog this, not going to lie. This is the back, but like, thinking of doing the inside of the Coleus on the sides, I don't know if that's going to come across as the Coleus plant. I only ordered one skein of the hot pink yarn. Ooh, speaking of, the Scene Queen yarn shipped today, so I'm very, very excited for that. The hot pink yarn comes in today. I don't remember if I ordered one or two skeins of it. My husband's going out to, well, he's not going to Joanne. He's going out to Winter Haven today to give our little Tika bear right here, a little stinky girl. She needs to get a haircut. She's such a puffball. So he's going out there, and he asked if I wanted to go. And I'm not going to lie, I almost didn't want to go because I was going to like set my hair, and then I don't want to leave Apollo here by himself. Like, one of the reasons why we got Tico was because I thought that Apollo needed a friend. Turns out he's kind of a jerk. So he really didn't need a friend, but like, I still don't like having one animal in the house at a time, because like, that's not really fun. Like, when I had hamsters, I always had another hamster, and then they bred, and then like, it got really out of control. But that's a different story. If I do go with my husband out to Winter Haven, we'll probably have to bring Apollo. And I'm not going to do my hair. Like, honestly, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling getting dressed up. I don't feel like doing anything. I posted a video for Valentine's Day, and I don't know. I want to post content, like short form content, but I also don't. Like, I want to do the editing part, but I also don't want to get dressed up. I love to share music, and maybe what I'll do is like, I'll share like little short music playlists like I have before, but I don't know. Man, sorry. I'm like on a huge I just woke up. I just took a shower. So, all right, new plan. We're going to not scrap this. We're going to put this to the side to sell. I'm really sad. Because like, I worked really hard on it. Not that I'm not going to work hard on the next one. It's just not my liking, and I don't feel like frogging it. So instead, I'm going to give it to somebody or sell it off to somebody who will enjoy it. And I need to do the measurements. That's what's going to happen. That's what we're doing. We're going to measure this. We're going to do size charts, and we're going to do pattern testers. I don't know how many pattern testers I can get. This is going to be my first time calling for pattern testers. I don't know what I should do to advertise for that. I know I can put it on my TikTok, and I know I can put it on my Kawaii Eldritch one. All my friends and crochet buddies are on my normal account. So, well, actually, I could just okay, I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do a shout out on my regular TikTok, and I'm going to figure something out. And then, yeah, okay. I'm talking out loud. I'm thinking out loud. Y'all don't need to hear all this. I'm just rambling. We're gonna make another one. I was trying to get dressed for Joanne, because I think I might go with my husband. I don't think I have enough yarn coming in the hot pink. so I might just go out with him to go to Joanne. I know I'm on a budget freeze. However, this plan has been in my head for a while. I did end up spending money on the Michael's order because I do get paid on Thursday, which is only 3 days from now. I am below my threshold, but I'm also not at a point where I will be hurting really bad if I spend money. And I know I shouldn't be spending all this money, especially since like I need to save money, but I don't have anything planned until like not even my birthday. I don't have anything planned for my birthday. I just plan to have a nice outfit for my birthday while trying to get dressed, by the way. I broke these 2 nails. And I love that for me. So the shirt was something I thrifted, and now I understand why it was thrifted. The button won't come out, so I broke 2 of my nails, and I'm really upset because I've been working so hard on growing these nails out, and I just don't understand why, especially this one. This one keeps on breaking, and I'm like, why? I mean, this one was an obvious reason why. It bent backwards while I was trying to open the button. Ah, it's so frustrating, but this thumbnail, like, it's absolutely gone. It's cracked, and it's not gonna repair itself. So the plan is now with the outfit, I'm going to keep this, the top, it's going to be all this color. I'm going to make a shawl, not a shawl, but like the thing that goes over your shoulders. I don't know what it's called, but it was pretty popular in the crochet community. A shrug. That's what it's called. A shrug. I'm going to make a hot pink shrug so that the top can remain that rich orchid color. The hot pink shrug, rich orchid, the skirt, I'm going to remake the skirt. I am going to send out like a pattern testing call, and I'm going to let people know, hey, this is just for me to be able to like put it out on a website or something. I don't want to charge people for it. I just want to not make so many of them. I want the pattern to be free and available. I just want more people to like just try out the pattern and let me know what I should change and this, that, and the other. Yes. Great news. I have one mutual who responded about my pattern, and I told her I'll reach out to her soon as I like learn a little bit more about like creating my own patterns and like pattern making. I feel like I kind of know how to make my own pattern, like it's just like writing down everything, but also pattern making for inclusive sizing is something that I don't know how to do, because like the only patterns I've ever made were like bows or like the little arm warmers, which like they stretch and most hands are very similar in size. I don't feel like that counts. I'm going to reach out to some of my other pattern maker mutuals to see if they have any tips and tricks or anything. I just want to get back on here real quick to let you guys know how much yarn, like not luck I've had. I don't know what it's called, but unlucky, whatever. So this yarn, I balled it up already. I pulled it from the middle because I'm more of like a center pull person. I don't really like using the skein winder or whatever unless it's for cakes. I pulled it from the center, and this was like untied. Like I almost at this point prefer factory tied, factory knot, whatever, because it wouldn't make up this whole entire mess over here. Look at this mess. I had to pull it, and like I don't know where the center pull is anymore because it was right here. So what's going on? Also, over here, that's a bunch of like center pull stuff that didn't work out. This one's another fern that I was working on. I don't know if I'm going to continue working on it because at this point I don't think I want to make ferns for this skirt. But this yarn, like gorgeous yarn, right? Just the pull has been the worst. I'm not happy with my luck. I think I might ball that up. One of my mutuals recently got like a yarn winder, and I've been wanting one for so long. Budget freeze though. Budget freeze. The only reason why I spent money on yarn is because I currently am working on a project that do involve those yarns. I did, not gonna lie, I did the Scene Queen one I had to get because I've been wanting it since June, July, whenever they dropped it. I've been wanting it and it's been out of stock for, I feel like years, but it's been months, almost a whole year. And then also it was a buy one, get one 50% off. And on top of that, an extra 25% off on Michael's yarn. So I bought a black skein because why not? I'm so excited to get like this pattern making thing. So I talked about this. I know I'm going to probably keep on talking about this because this is how I get things done. I'm going to put the free pattern on my Ko-fi. So all the inclusive sizes are going to be on my Ko-fi. I might put it on Etsy for pay, just like $1 or something. I don't know. I feel like it's my way of like branching out and like getting more views on my stuff, because at the end of the day, I don't want people to have to pay for my stuff. I want to give the option to make it for free. When I do post the video, I will say, hey, if you want to pay me, you can donate on my Ko-fi. I do have the pattern for free on there. But on Etsy, if you want to just like give me a flat price, I'll have it on Etsy. Maybe $5. I don't know. People are doing $5 and I'm like, that's a little bit pricey. Maybe $1, $2, because it's just a skirt and like it's a very simple pattern to follow. In my opinion, it is, especially if you're like a little bit past beginner, more like intermediate, not advanced. Like it's not an advanced level, I don't think. There's 4 different stitches. No, there's a lot of different stitches. There's the single crochet, or there's the foundation crochet. There's the single crochet. There's half double. There's front post bobble. And then there's also double. And then also a front post double crochet. So maybe there's a lot of stitches in there. But I don't think it's advanced. I think it's intermediate plus. So I got another comment on the pattern tester or call, whatever. And the comment said something along the lines of, oh, I love that, but I would use a bigger hook and less tension for a flowy look. And like, don't do that. That's not what I was going for. I'm going for like a pencil skirt, kind of A-line skirt. I just happened to make it too big. But like, don't go on people's posts and be like, oh, it would look better if. I'm not mad at you. I think this is a teaching lesson, though. I don't know why I keep on getting comments of, it would look better if, because this isn't the first time I've had this. I remember when I first started posting on Instagram, well, my reels at least, not just pictures, but post TikTok, I did a makeup look and somebody's like, oh, this would be perfect if you did lashes. And I have sensory issues, so that's why I didn't do lashes. It's a stylistic choice to do an A-line / pencil skirt. So I'm not upset. I just wish people would stop. It would look better if, because this isn't for you. If you don't like it, you could make it. And that's why I'm writing a pattern, but it's not for you if it doesn't look the way that you want. The thing that I mentioned in my caption is I made it too big. I didn't say anything about the flowiness or drape. If I want better drape, I'd go for bamboo yarn. I went with acrylic yarn. That's not going to help with the flowiness. Anyways, just stop doing that. Like, stop going on people's posts and saying it would look better if, because a lot of times that's not the artist's intention. So quit it. I am going to start making a bolero out of this hot pink yarn, right? This is the yarn that came in. I want to say how much I appreciate them for putting the center pool on the outside. Everybody say, thank you, Big Twist. But yeah, it's here. I'm going to work on a shrug. I'm going to do a V-stitch. And then, yeah, it's basically a rectangle. So that's what I'm doing. It is several minutes later and I finished a whole skein. My hands are very tired, but I wanted to like get as far with this as I could so that maybe I could do like a fit reveal tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know if I told you guys, but I know I had this conversation with my husband. I'm planning on a series where I do like a build upon series. So I have like capsule wardrobe, of course. That's the thing I use my sewing skill for, is just making capsule wardrobe items. I have some clothing that I almost never wear. So like a tank top and like a pair of shorts that I did sew myself. I think it'd be really cool to like have that as a base and then like start building upon that. And that's what I plan on doing with this. Oh, I don't think I told you guys at all how I was doing this. Well, I told you guys that I was doing the V-stitch. This is gorgeous. I cannot wait to finish this off. This is the sleeve. I've got about 2/3 of the way down. It's going to connect a little bit further because it's supposed to be a shrug, but like most shrugs, you just do 2 long rectangles. And I didn't want to do that. I don't know why, but I think it's because the way that the pattern laid, I wanted it to like go down like this whenever I had my arms down and be able to come like this when I had my arms up instead of like this way around or whatever. I didn't like the way that that looked. So I flipped it the other way. And so it's not going to be the way that most normal shrugs are, where it's just 2 long rectangles. But this is the front. Y'all are going to be muffled for a little bit, but the front like this. And then this is the back. I don't know. You can't really see, but that's going to be the back. It's going to be like a midi top. Not a midi top, but like a crop top. But it's going to go over a shirt. So it's going to connect at the shoulders right here. I should have done 2 of the same size rectangles. I don't know what I'm doing. So it's going to connect with the arm over here on this side, like a so. And then just go across. I think I messed up by doing one bigger than the other. I'm very excited for this to be done. Like, look how pretty that is. This is the front. So the V's come up in front and then like the lines are in the back. I'm taking a break. I'm probably going to go watch some TikToks because husband is doing that in the other room. And that's kind of like our bonding time, our parallel play. Like he's not in this room anymore, so I don't want to crochet anymore. I'm going to take a break. And then tomorrow we're going to start on this ball. And then we should be able, yeah, they're the same color. Thank God. They almost don't look the same on the camera. They're slightly different. Ooh. It's fine. Whatever. I'm going to finish this off tomorrow and then maybe sew it up. And then the outfit should be done by Thursday. Hi, good morning. It is Wednesday. I have this much done on the second sleeve. I ended up finishing off the other one. I don't remember if I told y'all. I can't even remember my name most days. Oh, I forgot to put this away. I need to put this in the little bag. If you guys were here for my everything I made in 2024 video, I had a huge bag of all the yarns I used for 2024. It was each label that I used for the year. Not completely used, but like kind of used for the most part, because towards the end of my skein, I always end up rolling it up, or I just frog it and then don't use the skein anymore. Today, we are going to continue working on this. I hope foundation's still working. I don't know. My PC is not happy right now. I do know that I told you guys I was going to try to run pattern tests and all that, but I don't know if I told you guys that I did start a new one of these. I have 2 more of this color yarn coming in, and then I'm going to do it for myself. When I put it together, it feels like I need to add a button, so that's why I'm not sending out the size charts right now. Whenever I get around to it, oh my god, my game didn't save. Whenever I get around to it, I think I'm going to add a button. It fits right here, right? But pulling it down is going to be an issue, I think, because I have a big old butt and it's going to be tight. And I don't think I can pull it over. Because, yeah, that's going to be very tight. So I think I have to add a button. No, yeah, 100% I'm going to have to add a button. I'm going to have to figure that out. And then I'll be sending out pattern tester stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with the other one. I feel really bad because like I don't want to take it apart. Like I don't know what else to do with it. Maybe make a overall thing with it. I already sewed it all together. Maybe if I can take apart the seams, which I do. I feel like I do a really good job at sewing in the seams. If I can figure out how to take apart the seams, then I'll add a button. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably send that part over to my mutuals and be like, hey, make a buttonhole, please, because I can't do it. I don't think I even have a color for this button, and that's frustrating. When we get to it, we'll get to it. I will let you guys know. This isn't obviously going to be done this week, and I'm really disappointed that I don't have any projects done this week, but honestly, it's slow fashion. Slow fashion is allowed to take time. I don't think I'll have enough yarn to finish off the sleeve, to be honest. I made the sleeve kind of longer, but it's only like 3/4 of a length sleeve. And I also think I kind of want to add like a little scrunched up like thing right here. But also, I don't know at this point, but like also, sorry, I keep on saying, but like also, I feel like it's going to be one of those tops where it's going to be slit like a little bit wider than this, and then that would make this go all the way down. So if I do that, then it'd look fine like this, maybe. I don't know. I haven't gotten around to sewing it yet, but when we do, we'll see. I'm still so obsessed with this, and I'm a little bit upset that I had to end it because I was afraid of running out of yarn, but I think I'm going to end up remaking it in the future because I want to do it in lime green. If I run out of this yarn, it gives me an excuse to leave the house, go to Joann. I know. I keep on telling myself to not spend any more money on yarn, but this is like a really important project for me because I really want to get better at pattern making. I'm on a roll. Like I really feel that I have something going for me with this. Don't entirely want to charge people. And I know I like kind of really hit it on the nail. I think that's the phrase. I don't want to charge a high price for this. I saw a TikTok last night about how people were upset about pattern makers charging $7. To be fair, some of those patterns aren't worth $7. I saw somebody that was charging like an ear fluff or whatever for $5, and I'm like, that's not quite worth $5. And like, I think that TikTok user was also mentioning, hey, I did this in 10 minutes. It's not worth $5. Pattern making is hard. I don't know. Maybe they're doing inflation prices or something. I'm the type of person that feels like that fashion should be slow and it should be accessible, especially in this day and age, not Shein accessible, because although that's accessible, all those clothes are going to landfills and just like not dying. I literally have a shirt in my car from when I had it in 7th grade because it doesn't rot. Like there's no holes on it. Yeah, it's not sitting directly in the sun, but like it's still in my inventory. I feel like we as people would understand why Shein, Temu, all these ultra fast fashion, even regular fast fashion is not good for the environment if we knew how to do these things ourselves. And putting everything behind a paywall is not a good way to share why these things are the way that they are and why like we shouldn't be charging 2 pennies for a garment, you know? That's another thing that I get upset with. This is like kind of going off topic, but like news sites, like having good reputable news sites behind a paywall is defeating the purpose of journalism. It's disgusting behavior that we've gotten to this point where you have to pay for everything. You have to subscribe to everything just to get value out of it. And it's like, we should be able to share things. And I know we're in an economy crisis right now, and that's why people are charging, because I do understand those pattern makers and journalists that do charge because they can't get funding outside of that. That's their way of funding their lifestyle and all that. I do agree that I want to eventually sell patterns. I feel like I, as a beginner pattern maker, shouldn't be charging prices like some other people are, because I think it's a sustainability thing. And the fact that a lot of my patterns that I've gotten, I got from charts from China, like from Xiaohongshu. Like when something's free on apps like that, like it's unfair. I don't know. I think this is a teaching moment for some people. And I never thought of myself as a teacher, even though I went to school for music education. But I feel like this could be my way of teaching people, hey, it doesn't have to be as bad as like everything makes it seem. You can attain these goals and not have to pay for everything, because I was a poor kid growing up. And when I got into crochet, I got into amigurumi, I got into Pokemon amigurumi. Let me tell you, the only reason why that was free was because the Pokemon company was very, very, very strict. Nintendo in general is very, very, very strict about not selling their stuff. There's a lot of discussion too in the crochet community about how a lot of people don't understand how to read patterns, and that's kind of like sad. I don't know if that's true or not. I've been doing crochet since like 2014, so I don't have like direct knowledge of that. My sister-in-law also crochets. She knows how to read, and like she's been crocheting for a while too. So like I don't have any new crocheters in my like circle, I guess, that do only videos. So I think this would be a great teaching moment, because a lot of crochet patterns are on super ad heavy sites. So it's like hard to read those patterns. I understand why people aren't using those patterns, because it's like impossible, or they're behind a paywall. So I think this is my calling to provide free patterns for people who want to get into fashion, because like honestly, I'm not doing much. What I'm doing is I'm like doing base patterns, and then you can decorate it with whatever other patterns you find online. That's like my goal, such as my wristlets or whatever I called them, my arm warmers. It was just like a little rectangle and you sewed up the side. Super easy. I added little frills to it because I like frills. And then I also added like little amigurumi chains or whatever hearts to it, because that's my way of personalizing. And I think if I can teach people base patterns and then tell them, hey, you can decorate by doing this or this, here's other pattern sites, like you can find these free patterns, I think that would be super beneficial for us as a society. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just like, this is morning talk with me, and like I feel like I didn't talk enough this week because I've been like not in a talkative mood. I've been more of a here's how much I got done mood, because I guess work kind of tired me out or something. I don't know. I've been in a funk. That's what's going on right now. Hopefully I can convince my husband, if I run out of yarn, to take me out to Joanne. But next week I'm not allowed to spend money. Not allowed. Called it. With just 5.5 rows left, I lost yarn chicken. So I love the way that this drapes. It's like so soft, and like, I don't know, maybe it's because I put lotion on. It's like a hand sanitizing lotion. So it's like Dove. I don't know. One of my coworkers gave it to me and she's like, oh, it's lotion and it's hand sanitizer so your hands don't get dry, which I am guilty of right now. And that's one of the reasons why I don't use cotton that often, is because my hands get really dry really fast. I wanted this to be done. Let me see if I can wake up my husband. It's only 12:30, so he usually sleeps in until like 1:30 or 2. I don't think he got to bed until like 4. I got to bed a little bit early because my sleep schedule's been a little bit whack, which I know for most people that's not early, but we are nighttime people. We work night shifts, and we also like our brains don't function until later on in the day. That's why I'm never here saying, good morning, it's 8 in the morning, because screw that. Could not be me. This is what we got. I am so excited. It's like lattice work. Oh, it's so pretty. I can't wait to wear it. I don't have anything to do. I'm sorry. I'm not going to get to the sewing project. I really, really, really am not in the mood to sew right now. So. Let me see if I can wake up my husband. And if I can't, I'll just go by myself. Winter Haven's not too far. I just hate driving. And if he's here, I prefer him to drive. And then sometimes he gets lunch for me. And that's really sweet because I love him so much. And he loves me. More yarn time. I did it. I was able to convince my husband that we should go to Joann because we're going to get shitty buffet sushi afterwards. And that's one of our favorite places to go. So this is the outfit. So underneath this sweater, I am wearing a tank top and the shorts. So I filmed the intro video for the building upon this outfit, but in slow fashion. Did that first thing and then I built upon it like I normally would. And like, I'm really proud of this outfit. I don't know when I'm going to get around to like actually editing the short form of this. I really like was feeling this look. This bandana I made sometime last summer, I think, because I was upset that I couldn't get my hands on Scene Queen, but it's on its way now and I'm so excited. Yeah, I made this last year. This is all part of this. This is a really long string and like, honestly, I'm here for it. It kind of gives like bonnet or like Lolita headdress style in a way, but not like too close because like, you know, there's like an actual rule set to that, but it's heavily inspired by it. This is the bow I made. Did I make it this week? I don't remember. But this is the bow I made recently. I had it in my hair, but this is why I made a detachable. I could do a safety pin, but I just used a regular pin that I used for my hair for it. I stuck it through the buttonhole. This is a pin from Holly Scribs. Scribble Creatures. I love her art style. She uses her dog like as a base. Like I think some of her more popular works are of her dog. She also has a Ida bag. It's like her dog, but it's pumpkin. I don't know how to describe it, but definitely check out Scribble Creatures. She's one of my favorite artists. I try to visit her booth every time I go to like a spooky convention or MegaCon. I didn't stop by her booth today because last week, and because I was really, really trying to save money and budget. And I feel so bad because I love her art so much. And she's so kind. I wanted to like spread my wings out and like find another artist to like support this year. If I could give all my money to her, I would. But I did want to find somebody new this year. So that's what this is from. I got it in a 3-pack. So it was this one. And then I have like a little lime green one, which I'm going to use soon. That's cute, isn't it? So it's going to be part of this, like build upon this. Well, not really, but like, so that shrug that I'm making, right? I do want to make one in lime green. So when we go to Joann, I'm buying lime green yarn too. So I'm so happy with this. Like, oh, I did the little stars. They were supposed to be spider webs. I'm not good at drawing. One day, maybe I'll be good at drawing on my face, but that day is not today. These clips are from Claire's. I got them when I was like heavy into like going Halloween decor shopping. And then the year after that is when I like really slowed down on it. That's this outfit. This is a 3X large. So I have it like as an off the shoulder. I don't have it really buttoned up. Tank top, shorts I made, and then tights I got like a couple years back. But I'm so happy with this outfit. Sushi time. Well, yarn first, then sushi. Terrible news. I don't have my mic because I didn't feel like bringing it with me. The yarn, he cursed us as soon as we left the car. He said, "Brain, hello."
Definitely said words.
Words were said. But basically, I said, "I'm here for yarn and yarn only." And then he said, "Oh, but what if they don't have the yarn that you want?" They didn't. So thank you. But they did have 2 skeins of another yarn that I wanted, not in the active working whip that I have. They have this yarn, so that was okay. And then they also have this, which is like a slightly different color. But I think what I'm going to do when I get home is I'm going to probably frog some of the project I'm working on right now, and then make it more like a shrug, so shorten it. I have it down here, and like shrugs are supposed to be up here, so I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing, and probably lengthening the sleeves a little bit. That way it feels more like a shrug. I'm a little disappointed, and I should have ordered 2 skeins. It is what it is. Sushi time.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It's what it is.
Are we doing sushi or are we doing pho?
That's a great question. I'm trying to look it up, but it does not exist on Google Maps, which is concerning.
So
maybe it's grand opening. Maybe we'll be the first one.
Maybe the sign is up and it's not actually open.
Also possible, but it's also Google Maps. I don't really trust Google Maps too much right now.
Yeah. Okay, so probably sushi then.
Yeah.
Sushi. All right. Oh, and I also forgot to mention the door. There's a sign that says "We are not closing." So, it was pretty busy in there, and I think it's because there's a lot of like other local Polk County people coming out from there, like Lakeland specifically. They're probably coming from Lakeland to find the new store for them because it's quite a journey. It is a little bit past school closing time, so yeah, it was a little bit busy. We're home. It's a nice rainy day. We got home a little bit later than sunset. We can't open the window, enjoy it, but it's fine. Begrudgingly, I'm gonna have to take part of this down. I just don't have enough yarn. I might cut it down to here. I don't know, maybe just 2 rows. I'm really sad about it. Maybe I'll do the length of this sleeve. So I don't remember how many rows this was, but I'll figure out what the row is. I'm really upset about having to do this. I am so close to finishing the second sleeve. I have the first sleeve done right here. I don't remember if I told y'all. I don't have good memory. I think that if I do sell this, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm thinking maybe if I ever make it to a market, I can make zines out of this. Because if I do make zines, then I can write the crochet pattern in there, like the little chart in there, and that'd be super beneficial. I know a lot of people use Canva, and maybe that's something I'll look into so I can like take stills of my try-ons and my friends' try-ons whenever they do the pattern testing for different sizes. And I think that would be really neat. I know a little bit about zines, but not enough to like say that I'm a professional. But I do know it's like something in alternative cultures that's passed around. It's like pre-book. It's like a kind of, I feel like it's short for magazine. So maybe I'm wrong, but I wouldn't be the first time I'm wrong. The plan right now is to finish this. I'm going to do these sleeves. Whatever's left over, I'm just going to use them for something else. I'm going to go in with that big twist like twinkle, this one, and I'm going to use that as like the strap that goes across because at this point I just don't have enough of this. Even if I was just going to do like a little strap, it's the length of the sleeves that makes it a problem. So not a problem, but you know, I can't get any more in. I'm not ordering more in. I'm not wasting the gas or the money to get it shipped in. This is going to be like the body of it. And I don't know yet if I want to make it longer or not because I wanted to get this done by tomorrow, but I'm not going to have it done by tomorrow. There's not going to be a try on this week. I apologize. There's so many projects that I started this week that I just never finished because I just ran out of material and time. But I promise next week I will have a try on. On top of that, I do plan on going to Volcano Bay next week. So that being said, I have to pee. I'll be right. Sorry, I can't hold that in anymore. As I was saying, I want to wear it to Volcano Bay next week whenever we go because my husband only has 1 day off next week. And we've been thinking about Volcano Bay lately. And I've been thinking about doing more naturey things. And I know that's not naturey, but like the greenery there though, oh my God, it's so good. And it's so peaceful and relaxing. You forget that you're right next to I-4. It's going to be a nice little break from everything, I think. And it'll be a nice like welcome in spring thing for us. I'm going to use this as like my overdress thing, whatever. I'm not sure if I want to wear this because I'm trying to do that whole entire like build upon this outfit idea. I'll be wearing the same outfit again for a little bit until I finish the outfit. It will probably take me a little while to actually sew the outfit, but the crochet part, I do it while I'm watching YouTube or while my husband's home and he's playing video games. I think I'm going to end it here. Sorry that I didn't have any try-ons this week. I did dress up now, so I kind of have a try-on, but not really. But you guys have an idea of what's coming up in the next couple weeks, and you all hold me accountable because if I don't say it out loud on this vlog, then it's never going to get done. So thank you for holding me accountable, even though I didn't get anything done this week. I got a lot accomplished, and I will probably have like 3 outfit try-ons next week. Thank you for staying till the end. Okay, bye-bye. I'm awkward. Bye-bye.